Good morning. Welcome into another installment of Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling, and Dr. Beth Speaks. And as always, Dr. Beth joins us in studio. Doctor, how are we doing today?
I'm good, Mike. How are you?
Doing all right. Interesting topic that we're going to be focusing on today. It's entitled Trapped in an Unlocked House. Where are we going here?
Well, I think life is interesting. Let me just say this, because this actually happened. I want to do a little disclaimer. I have more than one sister, so when I refer to my sister, you will not be able to point at anybody.
That's on purpose.
Yeah, that's on purpose. But anyway, my sister dropped something off at my house one day. Nobody was home. No big deal, because people know how to get into our house if you're family. They're good. So she dropped it off, and then a little while later, she calls me up and she goes, "Hey," she goes, "you might want to check your doors." And I'm like, what? Pardon me? She goes, she goes, I opened up the garage door and I went in and it was fine. I put the stuff where it wanted to be. And she goes, then I thought, okay, now I got to go. I'm going to lock up the house. So she thought, well, I'll go out the front door. Well, the front door has one of those bolt locks, so you can't lock it from the inside and walk through it. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. So then she thought, well, and their whole premise was that she could not put the garage door down. So she left the kitchen, went outside the garage, pushed the garage door, and tried to run the length of the garage, hop over that little sensor.
Right.
I really wish we had cameras. I really wish we did. But still duck because the door was coming down. That did not work. I think she tried it twice. She said it was unbelievable. So then she felt frustrated. She went back in the house and had a snack. I don't know what I had. Something. Crackers probably. She did that. She came back out. She goes, okay, now what am I going to do? So she noticed that we have a utility door. So she went out the utility door, locked it. She goes, I hope it locked. She said, then she walked around the front of the garage and pushed the button and went out. And there was this pause as she's telling me the story. And I said, I could tell you a simpler way. And she goes, what's that? I said, you walk through the garage door, and on the other side, you either put the code in if you want to be fancy and press enter, or because you're leaving, you just press enter. She was like, you gotta be kidding me. I said, you were trapped in an unlocked house.
Yeah.
You could walk out any time.
Yeah.
And so, but then I started thinking about how that kind of goes with our mental health. Because she doesn't use that kind of garage, she didn't have any ideas. She knew the ideas, but not the system. So, that happens to us all the time. We think we know how the process is. I see it in teens. They think this is how it works. Well, but they've missed something because they haven't lived long enough, or they haven't experienced it.
Right.
Or somebody runs up against something new in life. And again, it's something that it makes sense if I do it this way, but it's like jumping over that sensor. It does not work. So when typical strategies, don't work, but she went and had a snack. I say to people, yeah, if a typical strategy doesn't work, take a break.
Take a break, recharge,
Yes.
refocus, yeah.
Right, reset, get some new information, because sometimes a new idea will come to you and it's the right one. Or you might be able to meet somebody that you just can tell you. But, we also want to go to, if it really gets stuck, she wanted to know that she knew I wasn't going to be mad, that I would think it was funny, that I would normalize it, that,
Right.
This kind of stuff happens, this is life, and that, but then you want to know when you're stuck in a mental health situation, with relationship issues or parenting or workplace bullying. Sometimes it's anxiety, depression, grief, those kinds of things. You want to go to somebody who can say, hey, the door is wide open and we can tell you this is how you get out. And then we can put it down and everything's safe and sound. So, I think it's important to know that you can mentally get trapped in an unlocked house as well, and there's ways out.
There's correlations there. And no sisters were harmed in the telling of this story, at least not by name, right?
And not by me.
That's right. You can find out more about this topic and everything else we've talked about on this segment by going online to safeharboril.com. You can call Safe Harbor Counseling at 630-466-8657. Email Beth Plachetka, LCSW, at safeharboril.com for information and questions there as well. We hope you join us again next week at this same time.